Hi, True Crime Grapevine fans. It's me, Patty Lee. This is the True Crime Grapevine. If you are a returning viewer, great to see you. Would really help it if you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It's free. I don't offer any tiered, anything paid for. You don't have to buy any merch here. I'm just gonna let you sit back. I have watched all the crime the past week. Well, it's been 10 days since my last upload, and I am telling you all the cases that everybody's covering. So I watch hours and hours and recap it. In case you're new here, that's what this channel is about. I watch hours of true crime and recap the cases that are on the grapevine that everybody's gossiping about. And I try to tell you and synthesize that information in a way that uses sort of some critical reasoning, evidence-based. I come out of academia, not about true crime, but about cognition. So I'm really into not getting too crazy. I'll tell you what the crazy theories are, but I'm going to let you know, like, here's where the evidence lies. Here's what's probable, instead of the whole, oh my God. I'll let you know what they're saying, but some of it. And we know true crime is crazy. It's enough to make you drink. If you are familiar with True Crime Grapevine, you will know that I pair a drink each week with the episode. And this week has been Truly. These little hard, what are they, hard seltzers? I don't know. They're light, they're refreshing, which balances well, it pairs well with the heaviness and disgustingness of the cases that we talk about. And it sort of takes the edge off. If you don't drink alcohol, that's cool too. Grab whatever you want to drink. This is for case 4, I'm having a strawberry lime Truly. I drank my 2 citrus, which I guess were lemon lime. Yeah, I'm putting them, I also have a whole bunch of barware you can't see. When I drink a hard seltzer or anything kind of, you know, country, down home, what you drink at a party, instead of using, I don't always have a red Solo cup available. And even if you're not drinking alcohol, you can make your thing fancy just by, do you see I cut up, now this has turned into a bartending show. See my little accoutrement, the little strawberries, can you see cut up in there? Yeah, and there's a lime. And I just pour it right over the ice and, tasty. It truly is. Okay, there we go. My unofficial sponsor for this case. This is episode 44. This is case 4. We are starting near my home area. I am in the Great Lakes, Midwest area. I've spoken about before. Used to be a central area between Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, Cincinnati, a hub of mob activity. Now, we don't know what's going on. It doesn't seem to be mob related, but there is this young gentleman, Koby Roush, or maybe it's Roush. He was 24 when he went missing. Sorry, this is our, just to let you know, 4th case. All right. Koby Roush, 24. He is from Southern Ohio. His remains were found March 16th of this year, but he had gone missing since in 2020. And boy, did I find out there is a story there. So his remains were found, it appears, close to where they found his vehicle. In 2020, he went missing. He had had an argument with somebody he was supposed to move in with, I guess. Anyways, he was in his truck. Something happened to his truck. So he told his dad, who was out of town, hey, I think he said he was getting a ride, but he just wanted to let someone know, like, you know, wasn't going so great. Okay. Here's what's interesting. There was another missing man. So as I'm looking up about Koby, because they said, even though he was found in Gallia County, which is further east than the area at which his remains were sent. So when I was doing some background research, I kept putting in the area where his remains were sent, which is, I believe, where BCI, which is Ohio's, like FBI, it's their state version. In the Murdaugh case, we kept hearing about SLED agents and GBI is Georgia, SLED is in South Carolina, in Ohio, it's BCI. And that tends to be the bigger, they have better labs, more equipment, and expertise. So it had said in the documents relating to Koby's remains being found that they were sent to Montgomery County, which I have a relative that lives just south of this, and I knew it was in the Dayton area. So his remains were found more towards Chillicothe, which is to the east, the southeast of that, like it's to the east of Dayton. Now, when I looked it up, I was typing in, I Google searched human remains and found or sent to Montgomery County. Yeah, like a couple other people came up. And one of them was this Raymont Willis. So Raymont Willis also went missing. I believe they were 2 days apart. And I believe Raymont might have been first. It was in July. One was like July 6th and one was like the 8th, or maybe it was even the 4th. So they went missing days apart in 2020 from the same general area, this town. And when I looked into Raymont Willis's case, there were some articles when Koby was still missing that were connecting the two missing cases because people had talked. Again, using the reference of the Murdaugh case, people talk. We're going to, in a couple of cases, be talking about what they're talking about with the Stephen Miller, the related to Buster case. Similarly, in this case, they talked about this Luke Farmer. Luke Farmer allegedly, this is all alleged, told, and this is in the documents, told somebody. So the police had that, okay, we have an informant who said, so it's it's hearsay, that Luke Farmer claimed he shot two men and disposed of their bodies in really gross, disgusting ways, chippers, involving hogs, pigs. We've heard of this before. Now, was he just talking? We don't know. The cops did go looking for Luke Farmer, but I forget what year it was. When they went to look for him, they went to a house where he's supposed to be staying, pulled up, had a SWAT team, had a microphone, a bullhorn saying, Luke Farmer, come outside. Well, they said, he's not here. Somebody who owned the house said, he's not here. He's staying this other place. They went to the other place. Of course, by that time, that's why the element of surprise is so important when you're looking for somebody. Did he know and purposefully OD? Maybe not, but within 11 hours, he had OD'd. And so when they found him within 11 hours at the next property by 3 in the morning, he was found deceased. So he could not be interviewed as to what's going on. Here's what's interesting. So then I'm diving deeper as one does, looking for more Montgomery County remains, and there are like 5 or 6 men, and there was a podcast that was talking about it. So if you're interested in this case, I might do a deeper dive because it's in my general area. I'm not looking, I'm not going down to Southern Ohio, messing around. If you remember the Piketon County massacre situation, it's very much in the hollers, Appalachian foothills. You don't go asking questions and messing around and like, hi, I'm here for a podcast, unless you want to be on a podcast like this. But I'm going to do more computer research because it's interesting to me, and I'm going to just see if this makes sense. So as you can see behind me, there are a number of men. This podcast called Destination Unknown, also similarly, because what we know about cognition and how people think is there is no unique human or unique human idea. as much as we all feel special and different, we're more alike than not. And if somebody has thought of an idea, I mean, historically, other people have thought of that too. So me starting to look for information about one person's remains led me to find that there were other remains found sent to Montgomery County, and that they seemed to be men who had recently either been out of jail or been out of rehab or had some addiction problems, like Koby unfortunately did. So they're sort of connected. They are of different ages and races, but I wasn't the only person to make this connection. So I found this other person, this podcast, Destination Unknown, and they asked if more men were connected in this. They had a July 15th, 2021 episode. So Koby at the time was still missing. Raymont, and I believe his remains are missing. But this gentleman here, I think his remains were also found.